is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Hello. How are you? Welcome to the show. Thanks for coming along for the ride today. Jeff Fisher in for Pat Gray. Keith Malinak here, of course. And you. Thank you for coming along for the ride. 888-900-3393 is the phone number if you'd like to participate in the program today. Pat is off. Apparently, the highway put in by the doctor called a stent for the stone to get out. The stone was like, yeah, I'm not taking that.
Missed the exit.
I'm not taking that. No, I'm good right here. And so the doc is going in, and I mean, I know about the surgery. Mm-hmm. I know where they enter. Mm-hmm. I don't know how I believe it's done by lasers, so maybe have a little robotic issue happening there. But you're going the wrong way on the highway when they're going after the stent. So, okay.
So he's giving birth today. As a man.
It'll probably feel like that, yeah. And yet he'll show up to work the next day, unlike those damn birthing females.
Uh-huh.
I had a kid, I have to stay home. You don't even have to be a female anymore. You have to be a birthing person. I had a baby, I have to stay home. I mean, that's the deal, right, with Pete Buttigieg. Right? I mean, the guy has been in office. I realize that we don't have a head of the FAA. We don't have a head of the NTSB, I think, right? We don't have. That's right. But we do. But that's what's put him in the hot seat as transportation secretary.
He's going to Ohio today, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'll be. Ooh.
That will be interesting. That will be interesting. I know. The man Trump showed up yesterday.
Yeah.
Glad handing everybody, patting everybody on the back. It's been a wonderful thing, and he's. Back in the news, which we will get to for sure today, as he went through Ohio, went through East Palestine. Plus, there's more Trump news in the news, which is amazing. And we have, millions of Americans are struggling with. What's the name of this winter storm? Do we know?
Oh gosh, does it have a name yet?
It has to. They all
kidding.
They all have names.
Storm,
I just don't. I mean, they had it. It's even affecting Hawaii. They've had massive rainfalls with this. It's called the Honolulu. Honolulu.
I saw that it's the first blizzard warning for Los Angeles.
Southern California.
For 30 years.
Amazing.
I love it.
LA
County.
I heard one interview with, I'm from Mexico and I love the snow. Do you? Okay, thank you. Arriba. Thank you. One guy's doing this. I'm from Texas and I haven't seen the snow in quite some time, so it's enjoyable. Okay. All right, thank you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a name for this storm, which is really disappointing, right?
I'm a little bummed.
So, think about Pat for a moment, if you would, okay? He's already recovering from his last couple of weeks.
He's not going to go.
Right. So now he's under now they're going
He's under the robotic laser.
He's dealing with a deal. He thinks he's going to come back tomorrow.
Well, he'll be
then
back
he
tomorrow.
thinks after the show he's going to catch a flight. And then he thinks that flight's going to get to Utah, which is like ground zero for all this snow. Boy,
I feel like that's not going to happen.
This doesn't sound like a good weekend shaping up here for Pat.
I feel like there's going to be some time spent at the old DFW. Maybe airside D, just hanging out. You don't want to be at the close airside, though. When you get to airside A, that's where the homeless people are.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, I just hate that airport.
That's where the train goes. They
drop you off at A?
Yeah.
And then you have to take
Then you take the other shuttle services.
Okay.
Yeah, the homeless people are all
I didn't
there.
realize that. No, I just hate that airport so much. Like, you literally have to, first of all, you have to know what gate you're going to before you head out. Like, where you're picking somebody up. You have to know. And then
follow the signs. Not that hard.
Well, first you got to know, Jeffy. It's not like Atlanta. I'll just meet you at North Terminal or South Terminal. It's, okay, wait, I got to look. Oh, you're at B12. Oh, wait, they switched it. Now you're at C20. And then when you're pulling up there, you've got the little split, and you're like, okay, wait.
I went the wrong way.
Am I 1 through 20?
I'm upstairs now. I got to go all the way back around.
I'm the only person who hates DFW Airport.
No, you're not the only person. But I will say that after all the remodeling has been done, they've made it a little bit better. Mm-hmm. But it is a nightmare airport. Plus, I can't even. I mean, you drive by that airport, you get dinged money on your card. You can't even drive by that. It's like the Mercedes dealership. When you drive a Mercedes, you drive by a Mercedes dealership, $100 out of your account immediately, right there, just for driving by. Same with the airport. You can't even drive on the property without getting dinged.
I know. That's
a
immoral.
crime.
It's immoral.
That's a crime.
It's immoral because. But here's a life hack if you want to spend $2. $1 to enter, $1 to leave. I mean, it's so stupid. But if the traffic's really bad on the north side of DFW at rush hour, and you say, "Oh wait, look, the south side's good," you can just cut through the airport. It costs you $2.
That's not a bad idea.
I mean, it's bigger than Manhattan Island.
Oh yeah, absolutely it is. It's huge. It's monstrous. I mean, it's like 8 counties. And so
I hate that place so much. I just hate it because there's like, if you're envisioning this, it's just 3 lanes of traffic and everybody's moving. You've got the shuttle buses, and you're like, okay, what gate was it? And if you're driving by yourself, you're like, oh, where am I going now? And then you got to split off. And do I go this way? Don't let me get run off here. It's a nightmare.
It's a little bit more than 3 lanes. Yeah, they do give you a couple more lanes.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I'll take a picture next
They
time.
do. No problem.
And I will text it to you. 3 lanes, Jeffy. How many lanes is it when you're trying to pick somebody up, y'all?
Oh, yeah, when you're trying to pick someone up.
Yeah.
I'm talking about coming into
Oh, no. The main thoroughfare is like the Autobahn.
Yeah, once you get to, when you pick airside C and make the turn, then you better know where you're going. You better know, absolutely, you better know where you're going. And you better know, what did that sign say? Did it say between 10 and 20, or was it 30 and 40? I don't know. I can't say it.
That's what I'm saying. And then you have to loop back around. Oh,
I don't do that anymore, but it's, at the beginning, during the construction, it was really a nightmare. Mm-hmm. Anyway, DFW, love you. Love you. Not really, though.
Boy, we have ADD.
They are criminals for charging you to come into that area.
Yes.
That actually is a crime. I believe that. There's absolutely no way to go and drop someone off or pick someone up without getting charged.
That's never sat well with me.
I know that really is a crime, and they don't care. I mean, millions of dollars a year. Yeah, that's just the way it is. Oh, okay. Well, then we'll just do it.
Well, you got no state income tax. Oh, shut up. You see my property tax? Shut up.
Oh, I can't freaking take it. Okay, so there are. I mean, we've got millions of Americans, if not, I mean, for sure, hundreds of thousands of Americans without power right now.
Yeah, up to 3 feet of snow in some places.
Really bad. I was thinking about how, man, when I was a kid growing up in the state of Michigan, I grew up in Saginaw, right here.
Right there, yeah.
Right there.
See it?
I remember ice storms and things being shut down, and my mom worked for Michigan Bell at the time, so she was always working. The big Bell trucks would come, and a lot of the operators and stuff would stay at our house. And the big Michigan Bell trucks would come and pick everybody up and take them to work because they were open, right? I mean, they were working. And I don't remember. I guess maybe we lost power. I mean, we always had fireplaces and stuff like that in our house. I don't remember losing power as much as we hear about places losing power in today's world.
It's almost like our country was in better shape when you were young. Back in olden times.
Back in '02.
Oh, by the way, Pat Head's chiming in. It's Winter Storm Olive.
Oh, there you go. Ugh. So it does have a name. It had to have a name. That's awesome. Yeah, you can't.
Weather Channel won't let a.
You can't have a winter storm.
Yeah, Weather Channel won't let a snowflake hit the ground without naming it.
You can't have a winter storm without a name. You can't just talk about snow and rain. Right. No, it has to have a name.
Good stuff.
That is awesome. Now I'm told that there's more coming. Right? We're supposed to, especially it's supposed to be nice. We're going to come down. It's going to be warm in the south. And when you take a look at the spread here on the weather map, you come across the country.
No, Joe Bastardi messaged me this morning, put a tweet out, says Texas isn't done with winter yet either. And he posted this map of the next, what's today's date? So the next 2 weeks, this is, so starting now through March 10th. So through March 10th, so the next 3 weeks there.
Okay.
This is the snowfall total across the U.S. I don't know if you can zoom in there, Kayla. What you're looking at here is a range of up to, I don't know, it looks like a foot or more in the pink areas, but it goes down well into Texas there. So anyway, the northern half of the U.S. getting a lot of snow over the next couple of weeks.
In the beginning of March.
Ain't over yet.
You know what they always say? March comes in like a lion, leaves like a lamb. Comes in like a lamb, leaves like a lion. That's the old.
Wait.
The old
I think you had it
adage
right
of
the
March.
first time.
No, but I'm just saying. Yeah, it's coming in like a lion this year,
and then
so it's going to leave like a lamb.
Leave like a lamb.
But if it came in like a lamb,
Then it might leave like a lion.
Right. That's the saying.
I thought it was just lion and lamb.
I will
know
say that
reverse
if it gets cold again in this neck of the woods, that won't hurt this room because it is the fires of hell in here.
I don't know what it was.
I'm not sure what's happening, but I had to step over bodies that have just crumbled because they were so hot.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
that's amazing. What is going on with this place?
I don't like it.
We have that room next door has 6 ceiling blowers that make it refrigeration cold in it. Mm-hmm. There's 2 rooms down that way that are super cold every day.
The room on the other side of this wall.
Those
cold.
dingleberries in that room all want to have it be 80 degrees. It's cold, Burr. It's quiet. It's too hot.
Let's just sum it up like this. Every room in this building, employees are required to either have space heaters. I see one right there.
Not required. They just do it. We should shut that down. We should not allow that. But go ahead.
Okay. In order to exist, they require a space heater or a heating pad or an electric blanket. Then there's this one little room in the whole house.
Thank you.
That is and the lights have been off all night. So I don't know what the deal is today other than it just.
Something's happened. I was in here yesterday, and I was in here late yesterday afternoon, and for about a 3-hour period, I opened the outside doors so that the doors that work. I opened those up. And put chairs to keep them open to let some of the cool air into these rooms.
Should have left it there all night, man.
It was unbelievable. When I left, it was okay. You're right, though. It was okay because I had the doors open. And so, please, someone, please, for all the good and holy, please. Mm-hmm. You don't have to feel sorry for me. I wouldn't want to report any of the space heaters to the fire marshal or anything. I wouldn't want to do that. Oh, we can't have that. I wouldn't do something like that.
No.
I wouldn't do something like that.
You're a good coworker.
Thank you. But someone might, and I wouldn't want that to happen at all. So our president, Joseph Robinette Biden,
he's back home.
Remains a healthy, vigorous 80-year-old male who is fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency. That's what his doctor said.
Sound like a lie right there.
That's what his doctor said. Now, we do remember in March of 2021, the president, that was the first time that he fell up Air Force One.
Okay.
Right, in March of 2021.
Oh, okay.
When he was going up Air Force One, which is why I say, if I was running for president, my campaign would be day one escalator on Air Force One. But that would just be my campaign promise. But this is the first time. Oh,
hey.
Oh, multiple falls.
Old man. I mean, all the way down.
Multiple.
Too.
Takes it easy.
I'd forgotten how bad that was. Man,
takes it easy. Okay. Now he gives a little hop like I'm okay.
All right, we got it.
Gives us a little salute like everything's okay, but he's still limping.
Yeah, he's going in there to put some peroxide.
You aren't lying, he is. He needs an ice pack right now. Absolutely. And then in June, he fell off his bike.
Okay.
Which was a fun ride for everyone, and he's fine with it. But he's out for his little beach ride on his bike, trying to prove that he's Mr. Healthy.
He's good.
Fit to do his job.
Bro.
Foot gets caught in the pedal, and down he goes. He's fine, though. Don't worry about it. So then we had, and we were making the joke that it was, we didn't know if it was President Biden or not when the person fell down the stairs.
Slid
on Air
down
Force
the stairs,
One.
yeah.
But that was the back stairs. I knew that wasn't
so that wouldn't
Biden.
have been him.
Right, that was the press or whatever. They claim it was a staffer, a White House staffer that came down those stairs. But it had to have been either the press or the staffers that fly on Air Force One because those were the back stairs. You can't expect the president to take those nasty back stairs. Those are for the help. Okay, so and then yesterday, on his boarding of Air Force One, coming back to the United States.
Let's see.
Oops!
Oh no. He's just walking too. He's not even trying to jog. He's just. Oh, come on, bro.
He didn't go down twice though. But he says slow walk and no big hop or quick salute. Like I'm okay.
I'm good.
Just a quick little hand up.
Well, there's probably no Marines there, right?
Well, no, but I mean, the last time wasn't for the Marines. The last time was I'm fine.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry about me. He hopped up.
No, I mean, he's vigorous,
right?
Whatnot.
Right.
Well, and
healthy and vigorous.
And I was yesterday when this was making the rounds. This video from Europe. There was a video that I wasn't familiar with, and I didn't send it in, so nobody be scrambling here. He's in the rain, and he's holding his umbrella. Do you remember this? I don't remember this. And he's walking up, and he almost falls quick backwards.
Little slip.
Like, bro.
I don't know that I remember that, no. But, I mean, that doesn't surprise me. I mean, the guy can't make the turn on the red carpet when it's a beautiful sunny day. Now,
so many words.
I mean, we had when Trump was walking down that runway at the military academy, right?
Yeah.
And he had his shoes on. It was raining and it was slipping, and he slow walked that down where it was. He can't even walk.
Right.
What's going on? I mean, what do we got?
Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C.
Well,
how many do you need?
Right. I mean, it's just unbelievable to me. But, hey, he's a vigorous 80-year-old male. Healthy, fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency of the United States. That's our president right there for you. Mm-hmm. Happy to be part of it. He's back home now, safe and sound. Good for him.
He can rest up and now make that really long trip, to Northeast Ohio.
Well, he doesn't need to. Pete's going to show up, right? So he'll be there. He's got other words.
Okay, all right. So he can rest up and say something publicly about East Palestine, Ohio.
Absolutely.
Could he do that? Could we do that?
Absolutely.
Tomorrow will have been 3 weeks from when the train derailed, and he hasn't said anything. And people are like, well, he's tweeted. Oh, yeah. Has he tweeted 2 things about it? Shut up.
Has he?
Apparently,
the White House?
There's been 2 tweets and a phone call with Governor DeWine.
Oh.
Okay.
All right. Cool. I mean, what do you want? What could he do if he showed up there? What does that mean?
I didn't say show up there, although that would be nice. Yeah. I'm saying say something publicly. Say something. Speak. Of course, he can't. That's a challenge.
Right.
I mean, no Trump was there yesterday. He had a message. He was asked about, what's your message to Joe Biden? Let's play.
Oh, hey, thank you, sir. Thank you for your service.
What's your message to Joe Biden before you leave?
Thank you.
Oh.
Get over here. Yeah, right.
Get over here.
Get over here.
Here.
And he funded a whole bunch of supplies and drinking water, cleaning supplies, stuff like that, for the town yesterday. They were just unloading it all day.
I mean,
he paid for it. Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's fantastic, right? I mean, good for him.
It's almost like it's leadership. I don't know. Maybe that doesn't apply.
It does not apply. It most definitely does not apply.
Not to the Biden.
But he's had a long trip in Europe, so he's got to.
Oh yeah, and he got a lot accomplished over there.
He's got to rejuvenate, but he's got to get the juices flowing again.
Yeah, we only lit the fuse for World War III, and then of course he was asked about while he was over there. Hey, Putin's pulling out the START treaty. What are your thoughts on that? Watch this. Clip 1. Watch this. Clip 1. He looks so clueless. Look at this. They're smiling at the camera, bro.
Mr. President, any reaction to Putin saying he's pulling out a new START?
I don't have time.
I don't have time.
Big mistake.
Mr. President,
Big mistake. Okay, kill it. All right, that's a
big mistake. I don't have time.
Look, I'm starting World War III, and that's all.
Boy,
you need to know.
it sure feels like that. And now they're pissed that
China. China's going to possibly arm Russia, and we're acting like, oh my gosh, no, you can't do that. We just went through the numbers yesterday. What we're doing for Ukraine. Seriously, are you really going to play that game where Russia's not allowed to go and have an ally as well? Shut up. $363 billion
I hate
through December.
Making it sound like I'm on Russia's side.
Right.
But because I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
I got it.
But we have to get out of this.
I know.
We have to get out of this. And we have to make it stop. And if we can't make it stop, then we have to get out of it. We have to say, you know what? I'll send you a couple jackets. I'll send you a couple jackets. When we get done resupplying our military, I'll send you some extra stuff. You got Germany, who, by the way, Germany started wars against the world multiple times, but they're on your side. They're sending you billions. Take their money, do what they're going to do. And
$363 billion through December has gone into Ukraine from the West. And great job by Michael Tracy on Twitter, who dug up some old. It's amazing how many war hawks are in this Democrat administration.
Incredible.
And he found these old op-eds from Anthony Blinken, where he was telling, time for Trump to arm Ukraine. This was in 2017. And then back 20 years ago, he was trying to get Bush, hey, look, these are the American sheriff. Let's see, where do we go here? No negotiating with Saddam Hussein. No doubt as a result. Anyway, he's pushing Bush into war, which, in hindsight.
Right.
I'm saying that Joe Biden is completely surrounded by people who have wanted this war to happen. And I think the evidence points to doing everything possible to make it happen.
Well, if the groundwork hadn't already been laid, we'd still be in Afghanistan. And Afghanistan is just a complete embarrassment. But we would have still been there if the groundwork hadn't already been laid to get out of there. I believe that. And I would say that I get the argument, everybody's argument about what would happen if we did pull out and we let Russia take Ukraine, or we assume that Russia would take Ukraine. Okay. So let's say that happens. Well, we can't have that. The argument is because then they're going to just continue on. And now you're talking about a NATO ally. Well, has that been actually talked about from Vlad? I mean, has Vlad sat down at his big 80-foot-long table? I noticed that he had a smaller one with the Chinese diplomat. I noticed when they sat down with the old Chinese diplomat, it was a smaller 80-footer. And they sat side by side. It wasn't at the ends. It's hilarious. Anyway, has he said, once I take Ukraine, I'm moving on. I'm taking Poland back. Now, I know he believes that, he wants to reestablish the old USSR. I understand that. But, I don't know that there's actual evidence, and there very well may be, that if he were to take Ukraine, then he would just continue on. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So I just feel like we need to get out of there. We need to get out of there. I don't want someone from my family, and it feels like we're getting ready to send. I'm surprised we don't already have boots on the ground there already.
We do. I'm sure we do.
Yeah, I'm surprised we haven't admitted to already having boots on the ground there.
I mean, is my plan stupid? Can we just get Zelensky and Putin to agree to UN observers? Let's go to these 3 provinces. Let's go to Crimea. Let them vote under the watchful eye of the United Nations. And then whatever they choose, then we just move on, okay? Because I'm tired of this. And I don't want it escalating into effectively World War I. This is insanity.
Wait. World War II. This will be World War I. Anyway, go ahead.
Well, World War okay. Yeah, it's. I like how Steve Dace has explained the Habsburg dynasty and how that led to World War I, and that's exactly what's playing out here. I wasn't going to get into the full explanation, but since you got hung up on me mentioning World War I thought we should revisit that. But yeah, World War III. Yes, Jeffy. We're going to stay in chronological order. We're not going to do a prequel here. It was just an analogy. So anyhow,
World War 1900. Okay.
But I mean, he had a rant on with Tim Pool, Steve Dace, about, you will take my kids to fight for Ukraine over my dead body. And that's a fact. And how many parents in this country have that exact same attitude? Not a chance in hell is that happening.
So what comes of, if we initiate a draft? Now, so you say you won't take our kids. Okay, well, right now there's no point to that because it's a voluntary army, right? It's a voluntary service. You're in there because you wanted to be there. You're not.
Yeah, because I signed up to fight for Ukraine.
No, you signed up. Well, whatever, but you signed up to be in our military, doing what you're ordered to do. Get over it. That's what you signed up for. But if we reinstitute the draft, now you're talking about plucking everybody, and really not everybody, because ouch, my neck. Oh, I can't go. But there's no going to Canada anymore. The Vietnam War, you got those people that went to Canada to evade the draft.
The dirt that Zelensky has on the Biden family is not worth the lives of the children in this nation to cover that up. No. Not one American should be sacrificed in this war.
I don't disagree. Honestly, I don't disagree, and I hope it doesn't come to that. I would hope that, and it's not that bad of an idea, making the UN come in and oversee it. We're trying to make that happen here.
Look, we spent 20 years ago, we mocked the UN, and I still, don't get me wrong, I still mock the hell out of the UN.
Oh, they're
But look,
pathetic.
if that creates the buffer between American young men and women going over to Ukraine, because that's what they always like to lean on the left is the United Nations. Okay, well, let's do that. Why the hell is the left leaning on war right now? I mean, they have spent an entire 2 generations being anti-war.
They sure have.
And now all of a sudden, that's the in thing to do, is to go and fight a war that we have no interest in whatsoever. It's so weird.
It really is weird.
It is so strange. And so no, let's. I thought you guys liked the United Nations, so let's drag them in there and call it done. I'm not another penny. Definitely not a young person from this country going over there. I don't care if they're in our military or drafted. No, this is stupid. For us to get involved in this, and all we're doing is inviting a global war with China and Russia and God knows what else. Probably India at some point with the BRICS alignment. I mean, it's just, no, get the hell out of there.
Don't worry about it, though, because India and China only are the most populated countries in the world.
I know, and I don't like that. A war of attrition does not go well for us in that case.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
That's why I said India was going to be the most important ally when World War III comes. I didn't have any inkling that they would be on the other side, but here we are. Economic ties, man.
And they were really close to us and friends
frustrating.
When we had another administration in office. And
any other administration.
But the great uniter that Joe Biden is, the man who is healthy, vigorous 80-year-old male who's fit to successfully execute the duties of the presidency, has just, well, he certainly hasn't united anyone. He certainly hasn't united a single person. And it's more and more frustrating every single day. So 888-900-3393 is the phone number. You can follow. You can tweet the show at Pat Unleashed. And you can use the hashtag, put that in your pipe. And you know what? We may read it, we may not.
Wow.
But you can do it anyway. That's what Twitter is now, okay? Now, if you're paid to get verified, maybe I'll look at your tweet. Maybe, okay?
Wow.
That's right, maybe. If you haven't paid, you've got one of those legacy check marks like me, maybe I look at it.
Hold on. I forgot about this. Big Poppy. We already have the 101st Airborne Division in Romania. First time they've been out of the United States since World War II.
Interesting, isn't it? Interesting.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed here on the Blaze Radio and Television Network. Jeff Fisher sitting in for Pat today as he deals with an ongoing issue that needs to be taken care of, I guess.
I hope he keeps the kidney stone and names it.
They don't let you keep body parts like that, though.
Body parts.
I asked to have when I had my knee replacement, I wanted to keep my old knee, and they were like, yeah, we can't have the old knee. Maybe, I guess they were selling it, selling my body parts off. I don't know why you'd want my bad knee, but I wanted it.
Wow, that would be the only time in history that Jeffy's body was sold.
I wanted to have my knee in a jar up on the mantle.
Yeah, why not? That's your body.
That's my knee.
No kidding. Why don't you get the final say over that?
I don't know.
Come on, get it in a doggy bag or something.
Right,
bro. That's part of you.
Thank you.
That's not.
That was my argument. It still didn't win that argument, though. The doctors are like, yeah, no, it's not happening. Fat man, all right? So settle down. You're not getting the knee.
Settle down.
So you know what I did?
What?
No, I won't tell you what I did.
No, I want to know
not
what you did.
The air. I'm going to tell you what I did.
On the air. Well, that's
it may
not
have
fair.
been illegal. It may have been
Save it
illegal.
for chewing the fat.
I may have already talked about it on Chewing the Fat, but I will tell people again on Chewing the Fat, which is a show you should subscribe to. By the way, my daily show, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. It's free. Okay? Available wherever you get your podcast, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. So we do have some tweets here. From the road from Pat's house to Keith's house.
He has a Twitter account.
Hey, Jeffy, since you grew up in the mitten.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, first of all.
Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Do you remember the blizzard? And this, I know, it's Michigan. It's the mitten. I got it. Yeah, it's Michigan. Okay, a little respect. Do you remember the blizzard of 78? I'm 48. It's one of my earliest memories. Well, in the year 1978, I was about 140, and yes, I remember it. Okay, I do. From Ape Lincoln, Biden needs to adopt the bear crawl going upstairs. Much safer and more intimidating. I don't necessarily disagree with that. I will say that I'm surprised that they haven't requisitioned an escalator for Air Force One. I know that they use the steps to show that he's a virile, healthy, 80-year-old man, the president and the vice president and the wife going up 8,000 stairs.
Uh-huh.
But,
So wait a moment.
But an escalator would be awesome.
Oh, yeah, okay, hold on.
Come on, tell me, just up you go. It'd be awesome.
If you're the first president to use the escalator, it's going to look ridiculous.
I disagree.
But now, if it becomes a thing,
there are plenty of people from other countries that we want to invite on trips with us here on Air Force One, and they can't do the stairs, and they have to use the help. They have to use the back stairs because they're shorter, and people have to carry them in. Oh, wow. Wheelchair accessible is the back stairs. Whoop, up you go. Wait if you get
escalator.
Yeah, get the escalator, or they put the little chair on the side.
Oh, gosh.
President Biden boarding Air Force One. You know how long that would take? Holy crap. We'd have to get a speed one. You'd have to turn that into a Disney ride or something.
He would look better falling up the stairs than...
President Biden now boarding Air Force One.
Wow.
That would be awesome. Come on now.
Okay, now
awesome.
I want to see that.
Yes.
Yeah, I want to see that.
And that might happen. That may happen. From Julia Haynes. Yes, we were definitely stronger and healthier in the 60s and 70s. There were no crying closets, no safety zones. And if you whined enough, your parents gave you a reason to cry. You learned to deal. Boy, that's really true. Oh, you don't like something?
Oh, my gosh.
Sorry about it.
My dad wore that line out. I'll give you something to cry about.
Right. Oh, make me pull this car over.
Yeah. I don't think I'm I'm not wearing a belt today. I was going to snap the belt.
Oh, yeah,
That's what
the
I
belt
always heard.
snapping. Heck yeah. It's gonna be on your ass real soon, boy.
So yeah, my dad's weapon of choice in the arena was the belt, and then my mom would always make me go and pull off a switch.
My aunt Lenore. That's how long ago that was. I remember her making me go get a switch.
Yeah.
It was the longest walk of my life. It was amazing.
Yeah, I think the immediacy of the belt, right?
Yeah,
that's easier to deal with. You're just like, oh, and then it's over, right? But then you make that long walk to the backyard, and then you're looking at that little tree that's never had a chance to grow because it's just a bad kid. I'm such a bad kid. I'm always breaking limbs off for the poor thing. And then you got to walk back. Here's your weapon. All right, you bend over.
Beat the crap out of me.
I think when my dad started just blooding my nose, I think that's when I outgrew the belt.
Really?
Yeah, outgrew the belt at that point.
I remember. I was just remembering post belt. The one time I remember saying, "No, what do you think? I'm your slave or something?" And I remember then picking myself up on the other side of the dining room. Picking myself up. I mean, my dad hit me so hard.
Wait a minute. Hold on. So you have been a movable object at certain points in your life.
Well, my dad was a pretty strong guy.
Okay, I got you.
Pretty strong
You're
guy.
like, yeah. I mean, granted, he got a hernia every time he beat me and threw me across the room, but still.
I can still see him looking down on me.
Boy, I miss those days, right?
What? That's exactly what you are. Okay?
Yeah.
That's exactly what you are.
I just love how we're just reliving our childhood memories.
Oh, you don't get those days back.
Butts kicked by our parents. Yeah. It's a different generation now.
That most definitely is.
Yeah, you know, we don't.
It most definitely is. You know how much trouble we'd get in if I punched my kid like that? You would.
Okay.
They'd throw you in jail.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Maybe. Then we have liberalism causes truth blindness. Tweeting, what's the deal with the bruise in the middle of Brandon's forehead?
No. Ash Wednesday.
It's Ash Wednesday.
And he's such a devout Catholic.
Well, of course.
So obviously it doesn't matter where in the world he is, he's going to find a way to get that.
He's going to go to church and get the Ash Wednesday, because it's the beginning of Lent.
Yeah.
He's got a...
Did you live it up on Fat Tuesday?
Well...
Or for you, Tuesday?
Yes, but we don't... I don't think... I discussed this on Chewing the Fat. We don't really... It's not supposed to be called Fat Tuesday anymore.
Oh, what is it supposed to be called?
It's called Enormous Tuesday. So did you see that the Roald Dahl story company that Netflix acquired in 2021 worked with sensitivity readers to review Dahl's text and give them an update so his stories can continue to be enjoyed by all today. So, like the iconic characters, Augustus Gloop, the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Mrs. Twit. They need to be described with more inclusive language.
No, don't do this.
The edits generally focus on removing potentially offensive language related to gender, race, weight, mental health, and violence. Is that everything?
Wait,
what else is there?
Right, that's not going to be a very
generally
enjoyable show.
Removing potentially offensive language related to gender, race, weight, mental health, violence. What other stories are there?
Seriously, what is there left?
So Augustus Gloop from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is now enormous, not fat. That's what got me into Enormous Tuesday.
Oh, no.
It's not Fat Tuesday anymore. It's Enormous Tuesday.
People get paid to go in and screw with these movies and change them.
In a gender-neutral revision, the Oompa Loompas in that same book are now described as small people rather than small men. I mean, I don't know that there are any Oompa Loompa females.
Time out. Wait a minute. Hold on. The offensive part here isn't pointing out that they're small. It's pointing out that they're men.
That's correct. More inclusive. Now, in the Witches where 59 changes were reportedly made by publishers. A line was added to a paragraph that explains why the witches are bald underneath their wigs. There are plenty of other reasons why women might wear wigs, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. So not only are we changing it to become more inclusive, we're telling you, hey, we're revising the reason why they're bald in the story. It's just amazing that this is going on, and it's going to continue. And I know people were wound up about it, and this is absurd censorship. They're going in and changing it. They're changing it in real time. So what? So just remember that it's Enormous Tuesday from now, okay? It's not Fat Tuesday, the day before Lent.
Yes, sir. Noted.
We did party though on I almost dead named Tuesday.
Whoa.
On Enormous Tuesday. Oh, I know. Okay, so you can remember to follow me on Twitter as well at JeffyJFR, Facebook and Instagram Jeff Fisher Radio. You can follow me on YouTube, Chewing the Fat with Jeff Fisher. You can follow me on Cameo. That's not free. At JeffyJFR. But I'll be, I can be mean, I can be nice, I can be happy, I can be sad, whatever you request on that Cameo. But just know, it's not free. At JeffyJFR. And you can email my show, chewingthefat@theblaze.com, anytime. And I read them all. I may not comment or mention them, but I do read them all. Thank you. And I know many of you from this show comment, hey, tell Pat. I'll get to it, maybe.
Yeah, we need to.
Maybe.
Yeah,
I'll get to it, maybe.
we need to address that. Okay.
Well, what are you going to do? If they're trying to get a hold of Pat and they can't, they're trying to,
Yeah. They can call him.
It's just contact tracing.
You can call him. If you maybe you don't even use Twitter. You just call him, 888-900-3393.
Is that what Chris wants?
I guess.
Hello, Chris.
It says something about a weather report. I don't know what's happening here.
Hey, Chris, welcome to the show.
Okay.
Well, good morning, gentlemen.
Morning.
Happy day after Jeffy Tuesday, is it?
It's funny. No, it's Enormous Tuesday. That's funny, though.
Right, that's what he said, Jeffy Tuesday.
Yeah, I'm up here in the frozen north of Wisconsin. I'm listening to you guys live. I usually
nice.
catch the podcast, but today my wife on her way home from work got stuck in the middle of the road because we got a foot of snow, and I had to get up and go pull her out.
You made sure she went to work, though, right? Okay.
Well, yeah, of course. You understand, Jeffy.
Thank you.
You gotta make sure the woman does what she's supposed to do.
Thank you. I know there's a storm and everything. What's the storm? Olive?
Oh,
Yeah, I know Olive is in town, but now we can't avoid working. I don't know what the deal is.
You got to get up and get your butt to work. Yep, that's right. I told her.
Thank you.
You told her.
So, so you haven't lost power or anything? Everything all right in Wisconsin?
Yeah, we rarely lose power around here. Like you were talking about earlier, we built our power stations for cold.
There you go.
Texas didn't have them built for cold, I guess, a couple years ago.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. It was really sad.
Yeah, it's amazing. Apparently, it never got cold here until a couple of years ago.
Well, that's the thing with the power was out in Michigan too. They had thousands of people without power. I was like, well, I guess it happened, but I just don't remember it.
It takes something pretty significant to knock out the power up here. We're built for cold.
Well, stay safe, man. My God.
Yeah, no doubt. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Note on the Ukraine thing before you let me go. Boy. So, everybody talks about we shouldn't be involved here. I agree. Everybody talks about you must be in favor of Putin. Well, no. But you don't support one supervillain to get rid of another. If the Joker and the Riddler are going at it, you just sit back and watch.
Right? Thank you.
Well, you guys have a great day. We'll chat with you later, bro.
Thank you, Chris. Be safe out there.
Totally stealing that line, Chris, by the way. If the Joker and the Riddler are going at it, you just stand back. You don't start.
Well, it depends on what movie it is. If it's the Riddler movie, well, you're rooting for the Riddler. If it's a Joker movie, you're rooting for the Joker.
What are you, a Riddler sympathizer?
Right. Thank you. I think what's-his-face just signed up for it. He's going to do another Joker, too, right?
You know who looks like
It's gonna be, I think they signed that deal.
Batman villain
cow.
is Sam Brinton, right? The nuclear guy
I love
with
him.
his clothes.
I love him. Oh, you want to? All right.
I want to walk us into.
Where's his stupid story?
Because there's a clothing designer who said, "Hey, wait."
So
that's my stuff.
So we know that Brinton appeared in court in Minneapolis on February 15th, and he was released without bail. And then he was in Nevada in December. That was $15,000 bail on a felony grand larceny charge. And the Nevada judge said, stay out of trouble. Ha! Okay, so if he's found guilty on those charges alone of stealing the luggage and goods in the luggage, that's 5 years in prison, $10,000 fine. And you remember Sam Brinton. I mean, he worked as Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Department of Energy's Office of Spent Fuel and Waste Disposition.
Right.
I mean, that's a great business card. I love it.
And he wore dog collars and leather and...
Well, he was part of Puppy Love.
Puppy Love.
That's what he did. It's okay.
Boy, that's a guy who needed a switch and a belt when he was a kid.
Wow.
Could have saved...
How dare you?
Could have saved some trouble.
Why? Because he's gender fluid and
That's
LGBTQ. He needed a belt.
No,
I mean, he might agree with that. Actually,
he's
as Puppy
kleptomaniac now. That's where I was going. What are you talking about?
Okay. So the fashion designer. My name is Asha Kassam. Right? Is that how you pronounce that?
Sure.
That can't not be right.
Power through.
It's okay. Based in Houston, Texas, dirtiest city in America too. We'll get to that.
Yes.
She heard the news that Brinton stole luggage and had an issue, and she said, "Well, hey, I had my luggage stolen back in 2018 too at Reagan International. I wonder if that could be him." So she went and looked him up. And she finds out that he's been wearing some of her designs that was in the luggage.
Look at that.
That is awesome. I think I'm falling in love with Sam Brinton all over again.
Really?
And this guy, he'd take some guts to just walk up and take somebody's luggage like that.
I think he's wearing it
I mean,
sideways,
that was a
though.
good plan. Well, you
see that?
He's his own fashion.
He had to make it.
Wear it the way he wants.
What a freak.
So she tried to bring attention to Britton's alleged thievery in December, and so she made an Instagram video. And Brinton has been photographed wearing at least two.
Yeah, that
of
wasn't the only one. There was another one,
suspected
too.
to have come from her luggage at the Trevor Project Gala, which is his deal. I mean, he started the Trevor Project, which is help for LGBTQ problem kids and stuff.
And before we run out of time here,
good work, actually.
You need to mention to people, how do you get away with stealing luggage at an airport if you were to want to do that?
Seriously, if you're picking up your luggage and when you stand there, you're waiting for your luggage to come around, right? And you just walk up and somebody goes, "That one's mine," and you hand it to them and they walk away. You don't think anything of it. I mean, that was a good move on his part. Strong move. And if you want the luggage, if you see one that you like, just keep an eye on that.
And
bad
don't
boy.
look around.
Don't look around. Don't look around. Take it and go, baby.
Pat Gray is here on the Blaze Radio Network.
Welcome to Pat Gray Unleashed. How are you? Good to see you. You look great. Don't let anybody tell you different, okay? You look great. I don't know, just because you're wearing that today, it looks good on you.
It's not too late if you haven't left the house to change into something else.
No, it's not, but you don't have to. You don't have to. It's cold out. Just leave it out. Don't worry about it.
Wear layers.
Yeah, it's cold out. Don't worry about it. You'll be fine. Well, yeah, wear layers. You might get stuck. Get to work late.
You got Winter Storm Olive out there. Look out.
I know. So you can tweet the show at Pat Unleashed. You, of course, can call the show at any time with 888-900-3393. We have a tweet here from Sarah the Roma. My whooped us with a metal spatula. We may need to set up a group.
Oh, wait!
Big Poppy said, "I am a wooden spoon survivor." We had another account. Eyes Lee said that they were a wooden spoon survivor. Maybe. Hi, my name is Jeff, and I'm a kitchen utensil survivor.
No kidding. Hold on, I'm looking at this back and forth between Sarah the Roma and Big Poppy on Twitter, and she said that to him. She said, "My mom broke the wooden spoon on us. That's why she had to go with the spatula."
You know what, man? If then she's pissed. Then she's pissed because she broke the wooden spoon. So she's grabbing the spatula. She's hitting you even worse because she's pissed that you broke the wooden spoon.
This is why Generation X is the best generation right now. We have survived kitchen utensils.
And this guy's a liar.
What about Generation A?
I'm not familiar with that time frame. Is that
mine.
You're the last of the Generation A's.
The last of Generation A.
So what year were you born? So we can look up what generation you're in.
I forget now.
And I figured you'd say, I just told you, Generation A.
Generation A. Thank you. Rowdy Intervent says, what is the black market price for an XXXXXXXXL bad knee?
Wow. I don't know.
I don't know. That was the point.
I wasn't given the opportunity, Doc. Oh, man.
And maybe that's what I guess that's what they're concerned about, right? That they want to be able to sell it and not you.
Follow the money, right?
Yeah, absolutely. When Devin Crossley, when my mom got the wooden spoon, we knew that's when it was time to run away. My dad just threw us over his knee and used his hand. Yeah, I mean, they'll make me turn this car around. If I pull this car over, man, you're going down. Okay, I'm gonna just shut the hell up back there. No. What am I, your slave or something? Yeah, that's exactly what you are, fat boy.
Okay. Enormous boy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, enormous boy. Thank you. Anti-Faustus, how is enormous any better than fat?
Right.
I'm surprised they didn't make Charlie a trans kid. That's coming.
That's coming. Yeah, no kidding. If you want to change our language and our history and all that stuff, why is the solution always more syllables? It's never a shorter word. Like, we don't go from enormous to fat, right? We go from just a pregnant to birthing person.
Right.
It's not, I don't know. I think every solution, it's more words, right?
More words.
It's like, it's like mailman, letter carrier. Shut up. Everything's got more.
Letter carrier is the same.
I barely got it.
You can still be a letter carrier. Be a mailman.
I'm saying, find me a solution where it's shorter.
Do you ever have a mailman that used to just walk and deliver your mail to your house in a neighborhood?
Mm-mm.
Had the little mail carrier.
Yeah, in Lincoln. Yeah.
3-wheel thing. Yeah.
That was it.
Okay.
College town. Why? Is there a follow-up?
I was.
You're just curious about my life? Yeah. Okay, cool. No, except for that time in Lincoln.
It got me thinking about the mailman that used to stop at my house and sing with my mom during the afternoon. If you want to know why your mail was late.
Oh, bro, if I were a mailman.
He was at my house. You ain't lying. I'm here to deliver the mail.
Mailman,
yeah.
And I walked everywhere, I would drink that entire route. And then I'd be singing by the end.
I'm at 517 right now.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying
Come on in and let's play the piano. Okay.
Sign right here.
Special delivery.
Not where I was going. No, okay, we got it. Oh my gosh. I got a special delivery. No.
Thank you. Here. Hold my mail sack. All right. Stop.
Here's a package for you. I mean, we could do this all day.
Go ahead and lick the stamp. Oh.
Okay, maybe we're out of
right here.
euphemisms now.
No, I'll keep going if you
I think we're done here.
I thought yesterday was called body panic. All right, we're done.
What's
nah, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Very good.
Although I will say chewing the enormous doesn't have the same ring to it. You're right, Rich. You're right. It does not. It does have a ring, though, from the mailman chewing the enormous. Stretch. I just wanted to get there. Just wanted to get there one more time.
One more time,
yes.
yeah.
All right, so where are we going? We already talked about Dingleberry Brinton. Seriously, that takes some guts to take that luggage like that. That takes some guts.
That guy's got so many issues.
That's big time issues. And we know that the one hotel said that he didn't take the clothes, right? He didn't like the clothes.
Put them in the drawer.
He left them at the hotel drawer, right? He didn't like those. Right, but he got the designer chick.
Sometimes you gamble and you lose.
Well, yeah, but the jewelry was missing. So he liked some of the jewelry that he was wearing. But that takes some guts. Now, especially the good time to realize, you think, well, how do you know? The question, when you think about, Okay, so if you go up to the carousel and you grab luggage, now you got to hope that the person whose luggage it is isn't right there.
Right.
Oh no, that's
Right.
mine. What are you
Right.
doing? So you got to kind of keep an eye on who's checking in luggage when you're checking in, and what you like and what you don't. Right?
No.
So when they're checking in, you go, "Ooh, I like that one," and so you know who it belongs to.
Okay.
So you kind of, as you're passing the old carousel and you're getting your luggage, and then you're like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah, but
I
hold
don't
on.
see her." Whoop,
Yeah,
that
but
was
what are
mine.
the odds that you're in line checking luggage at the same time someone on your flight is? You see what I'm saying? Like,
Well, I mean,
I think it's more. I don't know. I think he just
saw something and he liked that the carousel was going to
like
take it.
You go to the carousel
Yeah.
places, right? As soon as they say, "Here comes the luggage" or
Right.
whatever, now you've got about 5 minutes before they show up from their flight. You eye the most expensive looking bag, and then you're on your way.
And it doesn't really have to be the most expensive. It's just got to be the ones that, well, I guess they would end up being the most expensive because those are the ones that usually. I'm not taking the one that has the duct tape on the side, okay?
Oh,
That one can stay.
Then I'm in the clear. They never taken my luggage then. It's got the flap hanging off, and you're like, man, I hope it doesn't get caught in machinery because I ain't buying a new one anytime soon.
Wow.
Don't judge.
It's too late for that. Way too late
That
for that.
suitcase has served me well, Jeff Fisher.
So I just was, that takes that's a good move on his part because there's cameras. I mean, there's footage of him just taking
you gotta
it.
know this.
Right?
He's not all there.
That's a problem. That's a problem. There's other problems than the puppy love.
Right. I think
going
that
on.
these are all symptoms of a larger issue with the man's brain.
Yes, I'll give you that.
I mean, the guy. Well, I don't know how does he identify?
Well, he most definitely.
Is he him? I have no idea.
No. Sam was.
No, don't.
Excuse me, it's ma'am.
Let's not.
It is ma'am.
Google it. Who cares?
Yeah, no, it was Sam Brinton.
I cannot believe.
I know I follow him on Twitter.
I
Hold on, he
cannot
put those.
believe that we're doing this. We're actually looking up the man's.
Yeah, because I can't remember.
pronouns. He uses singular they. There we go.
Okay.
So they are.
Wow, his account suspended. What are we doing? The guy is accused of a crime.
No,
he has not been proven guilty.
They are accused of a crime. They
Sorry.
are not proven guilty.
Sorry.
We just
they
went
are
over
accused.
this.
I apologize.
Okay. Fix it.
All right, back off me. I can't believe they are accused of a crime. He hasn't been convicted of anything.
Wait a minute. When he was in court
What
the other
kind
day.
of America do we live in?
When he was in court the other day, did the judge?
When who?
When they were in court the other day, did the judge? Please tell me the judge did not say they are
I
due
don't
back
know.
in court.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, stop it.
I don't know. I'm guessing not, but I don't know. It would be awesome if it did, though.
I can't take this world. I can't take it. Anyway, what else we got over there?
I don't know. Oh, we could talk about the new Florida law. You know what? I'm not one for.
Not a law yet, right?
I'm not one for laws.
It's just a
I
bill.
know it's going to come as a surprise. I'm not one for laws, but sometimes, we got it. So a Florida
bill.
Democrat.
Okay.
And it is just a Florida bill.
Yeah.
I know it's filed as SB 932 for those of you that are, technical and want to know the Florida statutes and the possible laws that are being submitted. Lauren Book out of South Florida, down there in Hollywood, Florida. She's a Florida senator, the minority leader, as a matter of fact. Okay. This new bill is called the Humane Cosmetics Act. Okay. And this bill would require the state to create a publicly accessible website that lists the names of those convicted of animal abuse offenses, providing penalties for specified violations. Okay, I mean, I get that. But the one part of this bill that is interesting is that it would ban dogs from sticking their heads out of car windows, along with banning dogs from sitting on their driver's lap,
Okay.
requiring all dogs to be in crates if traveling in motor vehicles. See, we've got to go the extra step. It says, I honestly thought, and I don't know the answer to this, but I honestly thought that it was illegal to have your little ass dog in your lap when you're driving.
It might be in Texas. I mean, this is Florida.
And I understand why you don't want your dog, sticking his head out the window. They love it, the wind in their face. Yeah. Okay, I got it.
Yeah, they love it.
I don't think that they need a crate. That's what I'm saying.
The crate's too much.
Yeah.
The lap, I agree with. But what's wrong with the window thing? I mean, you get 2 points for that when you're driving around. Hey, 2 points, dog. Head out the window. So you don't.
Nobody remembers.
Don't take
movie.
that game away from me.
You haven't seen Air. Oh, you're just saying. No, I thought you remember the movie where. What was that stupid movie where you got points for running people over?
No, not running people over. Not
I thought you were talking about running into the dogs.
No, I mean driving down the road with your kids, and the first person to see the dog head out the window, you get extra points. That's what I'm talking about.
Wow.
The dog being in the back seat of like the truck,
that's not
or
a
even the
problem.
front seat.
Yeah,
if he's just riding with me,
yeah, that absolutely is.
Let him,
there's no problem with that. The lap thing bugs me.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The lap thing
that's
bugs
dangerous.
Me. Yeah. I mean, you're driving a vehicle on the road. You can't have your little. I just saw a guy the other day at a red light, and I almost said something to him, and then I thought, how do I care? But he's got his little lap dog on as he's parked at the red light, and he's got his little dog on his lap, and the dog. And I thought, I think isn't that illegal?
Right.
I remember thinking to myself, isn't that illegal? Now, I see a lot of things in my life that I go, I think that's illegal. I mean, I may do a lot of things that, I think this is illegal.
Whoa. Hold on.
Right?
It's not,
I mean, that's...
Jeffy?
Go ahead.
It's not illegal if you don't get caught.
You're right.
Words of wisdom from you and my Nana. Okay?
And she's right.
Mm-hmm. You want one of these? You need one of these?
A little bit. Let me get over this.
Okay.
A little stronger.
I mean,
than
it's one thing to be sitting at home. There's two issues here, I think. Yes, it's dangerous to have the dog in your lap.
Yeah.
And plus, what's the weight limit? Are you going to say it's okay to have a Chihuahua but not a Doberman?
Everybody's got to talk about a weight limit. That's the whole thing. There's talk about a weight limit.
But let's be honest
really
here.
Tired of weight limits.
Let's be honest here. There's another issue here. This guy you saw at the light with the dog in his lap, that's cute at home, right? I mean, I do that. If you're driving around in public with a little tiny dog in your lap and you're a dude, I mean, that's a completely different realm.
I don't know that he identified as a dude.
Oh, was it Sam?
Could have been. Could have been someone who identified as a they or a them.
But you didn't ask.
I didn't ask because, like I said, I was almost ready to say something, and I thought, how do I care? I think it's illegal, but how do I care? Mm-hmm. I'm going to pass him here in a second. Once this light turns green, he's in my rear view, so I don't care. Whatever happens, the dog gets caught up in the steering wheel and he swerves off and causes a 5-car accident. He's in my rear view. I've watched it happen. I told you. I'm looking in my rear view going, told you. I'm off, I'm gone. But that's coming to Florida. So it also stops a person from, you don't want, extend the head or any other body part outside. Well, do dogs hang other body parts outside a window? I mean, really?
No,
I have not seen that. I would be willing. I may stop. I may put that. I may post that on my Instagram account at Jeff Fisher Radio because I do the license plates of the day. If I see a dog part,
just kind of hanging out,
whatever dog part that is,
got his back paw hanging out. Look at my paw.
That's not really what the part I'm thinking of, but okay, sure, the back paw, and that's hanging out the window. I'm snapping a pic. Are
they talking about just anybody, humans? Is it all dog related?
No, dog parts. That's what he said. Dog parts.
Dog parts.
That's what it said.
Okay. Weird, man. Florida, but that's Florida.
Extend its head or any other part outside a motor vehicle.
Okay. All right. Well,
the person is operating the motor vehicle on a public roadway, so you could do it in your drive. Doug can do whatever the hell he wants in the driveway. Still back out.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Safety tip, though, if you're going to drive around with your dog in your vehicle, Make sure that this. I've got like cloth seats now. My previous truck had like faux leather or whatever seats,
Okay.
It's a lot easier to get dog hair off of the leather than it is the cloth. Just safety tip if you're wanting to drive around with your dog, make sure that, see, that hair never comes out, man. You can lint roll that thing all day. Just throwing that out there.
Or you could just get a hairless dog.
If you're in the market, for a new
bald.
vehicle, just remember, if you like driving around with your animals.
Nah, there's some good cleaning crews out there, though. We pay those people a lot of money to clean those cars.
Not me.
No, I'm not doing it either. But we pay the car cleaners at the used car dealerships a lot of money to clean those things up. They've got their tricks. I love them. Let them have at it. I mean, and if you find a dog hair, go ahead and sue. It's the worst can happen.
Hey, coming up, we got
I got a dog hair.
We need to play the video of the lady on the jury involved with the Trump Georgia
down in Fulton
thing.
County. Your people.
She is.
Your people. Where you're from.
I had that thought watching these clips of her, thinking, dear God, this is a representation of my home state of Georgia.
Now you know how we feel.
Pat Gray Unleashed.
Welcome to it. Pat Gray Unleashed. Jeff Fisher sitting in for Pat today. He's having a minor medical procedure.
Giving
That's
birth.
all. Don't worry about it. He's not giving birth. He wasn't pregnant. He's not a birthing person. He could identify as a birthing person, but I know for a fact that he doesn't identify as a birthing person. I know that. Okay.
Okay.
What are you looking at? What am I doing?
I heard a static. I don't know if it was just in my head.
It's my phone.
And I noticed as it was happening, your phone was lit up, and then when your phone went dark, the thing stopped.
If I sit it on this desk,
Yeah.
I have it on. It's silent, so you don't hear it ring. Although sometimes that may have happened in the past. But if it sits on this desk and the desk vibrates a little bit, even though it's on silent, which then creates the static into the microphone. And the closer it gets, it gets, is the louder you hear it on the microphone. So sorry about that.
The more you ignore me, the closer.
Those darn electronics, man, you can't figure them out. And that's why I think the last time we were having problems. Remember, we were having problems with the and hearing the sound?
Every day?
Okay.
Oh.
Now, that hasn't happened today, right? Except, I know now I'm not talking about the phone, which I'm talking about up until now. I believe.
We have the worst ADD ever.
I believe.
You and I.
That this cord here for my computer, which I stopped tying it around this because I used to tie it around this, and that's what was causing that, I believe.
Okay.
So now I put it around this other
Hang
wire,
on,
so you don't make that happen.
I miss Pat, and since you're talking about cords, I just want to give the audience what they've been missing today. Somebody fiddling with a cord on the air, on camera. So don't mind me over here while I do that.
If I start fiddling with things, you're going to shut the cameras off, so I'm just going to stop doing that. Tweet at Pat Unleashed.
I'm going to leave the room.
Didn't need that.
You won't have to. The cameras will be
All
off.
right, what do you got? Tweets. Let's do tweets.
When I grew up, I had to get the Switch myself. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Absolutely. I am a flip-flop survivor. Yeah, it didn't matter. Shoes, flip-flops, no doubt about that. Oh, we got to talk about the Disney hack, too, speaking of flip-flops. Mr. Sean's belt to the hamstrings. Good times.
Right. I mean, the kids in the other room here that we work with have no idea what we're talking about, corporal punishment.
Cyber Gypsy, I left the room and returned to Postman porn. Did I miss something? Nope.
You never know what you're going to get when
Everything
Jeffy is
being
here.
delivered right on time. Okay.
Now I put this in your...
Thank you.
Never mind. This package belongs... Okay,
Go ahead and
No, we're done.
unlock that box. Anyway, would you stop? Peeve, does the crate have to be inside the car, or can I put it on the roof? Asking for a Mitt.
That's
really
awesome.
funny. Mitt was back in the news, though.
Oh, good for him. I love him.
Our fine senator from the great state of Utah, Mitt Romney, former presidential candidate. I can't believe how I don't know. You're right. I got to do the ADD thing.
Yeah. So he was asked about what?
So he was asked about Marjorie Taylor Greene's comments about calling for a national divorce.
Okay.
I'm sure he's all for it.
Let's
Positive.
see.
I haven't seen this yet.
Okay. Clip 12
goes something like this.
Senator, what do you think about Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene's call on social media for a national divorce, dividing the country up between Republican and Democratic states?
You know, I think Abraham Lincoln dealt with that kind of insanity. We're not going to divide the country. It's united we stand, divided we fall.
Okay. So there you go.
Thanks, Mitt.
So Mitt Romney has chimed in. The guy who...
United we stand, divided we fall. I mean, that's an easy answer to that.
Well, Abraham Lincoln decided that states no longer have the right to leave the Union voluntarily. That's what we've determined. Anyway, I forgot who posted that originally that I saw, and they made the point that, he never goes after... Remember when Harry Reid was like, well, Mitt Romney didn't pay his taxes? And what was the other charge that someone on the left came up with on him?
His dog on
the dog on the roof.
Dog on the roof. Killed his damn dog.
But he never pushes back on Democrats.
Never.
He always finds a Republican he tries to pick off.
Always. Well, he was asked about it. But, I mean, divorce is ugly. No matter who you are, divorce is... I don't wish that on anyone. So this whole talk about a national divorce, the kids just aren't going to be right after. I will say, though, sometimes... a divorce is what you need, right? Everybody's a little bit happier. The kids know you still love each other. You just can't be in the same room anymore. And so maybe a divorce is a good thing.
Maybe. Texas has a port.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.
Okay, all right. We're good.
I'm just telling you mailman stories.
But tell the mailman stories to the audience.
Oh, okay. So...
Oh, no.
No, you don't want to know that story.
No, we don't want to know this one.
Just know that the mailman in my neighborhood wasn't the only mailman taking care of a little mailman business. Okay? That's what made me want to become... I wanted to become Postmaster General because of that.
It all makes sense.
I'm thinking, thank you.
It all makes sense. You wanted to be the pimp.
Yes. I thought, why? I've got to be the Postmaster General. These guys are living large.
Postmaster pimp.
Just walking around taking care of business with all these neighborhood women. That's a good life.
It all makes sense if you just listen and give it enough time. Everything comes out from Jeffy. Oh, bro, it all makes sense now. I don't even want to know. I don't want to know why you want to be Pope. Move on.
Business. Well.
No,
I've lost that race a couple times.
Good,
but this Pope is getting ready to. He's not long for the world. Mm-hmm. Did you see the? Why are we posting pictures of the Pope? Did you see the picture of them trying to help him out of a wheelchair?
No.
And it looks so bad. What are we doing? Why are we posting pictures of the Pope like that? If I'm the Pope, I don't allow those pictures to be made. You can't allow the press to take photos. No, I mean, you don't show the Pope getting help out of a wheelchair.
Wow, I have not seen that.
Come on, he's the Pope. I know he's a terrible Pope. I got it. He's terrible, but he don't be doing that. He's the pontiff, man. The guy is next to God. If you believe what that is, he's next to God. You don't show him the guy next to God getting out of a wheelchair. I'm sorry, no. He's getting help, getting carried up out of the wheelchair. It's just.
So have you been brushing up your resume for the next paper?
I'm ready to run. Waiting for that white smoke, baby. White smoke for me.
Yeah, I see that there. This video of him.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
I don't like that.
So the Dingleberries in Georgia have had the grand jury going on after Trump and the rest of his cohorts for trying to subvert the election, those bastards. And they've had this grand jury for months now. Months. And they interviewed the jury for... Well, you have a jury foreman written down here, and I believe it's a jury for person or for woman.
There we go.
All right, it's not the jury foreman.
Enormous.
Yes, thank you. I don't know if she identifies as a for person or a for woman, but the courts recognize that as foreman, right? The jury foreman, which I was a jury foreman at one point in my life.
Wait,
I understand
a minute.
the process.
No, hold on. In this country, if you want to know how bad off our judicial system is, it boiled it down to that one line that Jeffy just said. I was a foreperson.
Absolutely,
once for
I was.
a jury.
Absolutely, I was.
How did that happen?
That was so much fun.
That makes more sense though than this lady. I'll tell you that.
Oh,
she's insane.
I believe if I were to be interviewed about that case, and I've talked about it before, I went into it saying, okay, prove to me, innocent until proven guilty, prove to me this guy's guilty. And they did.
What was the case?
And they did.
Like, what happened? What was it about?
It was, the guy was charged with assault with a deadly weapon, and it really could have been attempted murder.
Oh, you've talked about pictures you had to see in this thing.
Yeah, and the guy had an electric drill with a cord, and he was swinging it around and dinged this guy in the head multiple times. Really bad.
Yeah, that's pretty
really
gross.
Bad. Anyway, so I mean, and so we ended up, and they were all, when we went back, I wasn't in the beginning, you don't get to be foreman until you go back to deliberate, and they need somebody to be a spokesperson. I mean, I'm your man. I'm your man.
How do you let an electric drill that's swinging around hit you multiple times, though? Like, after the first time, aren't you, like, sufficiently covering up your head? Or...
Yeah, but after
or
that
are you
first...
knocked out, maybe? Yeah.
I mean, you just...
I mean, I got to be honest, it's not anything I've ever experienced, so maybe he lost his, consciousness.
Yeah, I don't remember the whole
Guilty,
story
though,
behind
huh?
it.
How long did he have to go away?
And we weren't allowed. And then after we found him guilty, they were going to do the sentencing right there, and the judge said, "You're dismissed." And I was like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm sticking around for the sentencing.
Yeah,
I've been here all damn day." He made a point. The judge made a point. I want to get this done today. So, I mean, we went back and had dinner and lunch and deliberated. For sure, we probably.
Of course, Jeffy was like, "We're gonna need some more time."
Absolutely, we're not. I want to get this done today, but we're definitely getting dinner, right? Because I haven't decided whether this guy's guilty or not. So let me order. So I've been here all day.
Yeah.
So let's go. I'm not leaving now. I want to know what happened. So he had a past record that we weren't told about.
Oh.
During the trials, had we known that, and the reason we weren't told about it, because had we known that, we would have found him guilty in a second, and I wouldn't have had gotten dinner. But so with this case, he got 7 years. 7 years in prison for this. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, and then I realized. He knows my name. I was the foreman of the jury, so I had to move out of state. So, anyway, this jury foreman.
She's good.
This jury foreman.
She's got it all together. She knows what
awesome.
time
Now, she was the foreman of the grand jury. See, that's different. The grand jury is different than than a regular trial jury.
Yeah, only the best from the state of Georgia for this process.
So her first big, long interview, and what is her stupid name?
What is her name?
I don't remember what her... Anyway, go ahead, play the long clip of her.
When it comes to, there are indictments recommended, of course. Is it more than 12 people? Is it more than 20 people?
Emily Coors.
I think if you look at the page numbers of the report, there's about...
Okay, pause for just a moment. All right, she's now referring to pages in this case that the judge has said nobody looks at. Mm-hmm. Nobody's supposed to look at it. Nobody's supposed to know about this. Wait. So you're just going to talk about it? Well, I mean, the judge needs to do something. Needs to shut this down quick. I'm sorry. Go ahead. What's her name? Emily?
Coors. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead, Emily.
Allow for spacing. It's not a short list.
Not a short list.
Just trying to dance around, not telling.
When it comes to 75 witnesses, it's not, I assume, of course, it's not 75 people. Would you characterize it as 20-ish people?
Crazy.
I can't say I counted.
Very crazy.
Okay. More than a dozen, though, I think I'd heard you say in another interview.
Ooh.
I believe so.
Crazy.
That's probably a good assumption.
That's probably a good
The
assumption.
name that
give the little crazy
everyone
smile.
wants to know about is former President Trump.
Of course.
Did you recommend charges against Donald Trump?
Emily?
I really don't want to share something that the judge made a conscious decision not to share.
Yeah.
I will tell you that it was a process where we heard his name a lot.
Yeah, that's what the case was about, doof.
We definitely heard a lot about former President Trump, and we definitely discussed him a lot in the room.
Wow, breaking news.
And I will say that when this list comes out, there are no major plot twists waiting for you.
Okay.
I mean, those are your people, Keith.
No.
Those are your people.
Somebody suggested that she is a meme in waiting. So here I got a screenshot of her. I actually tweeted this out at Keith Malinak. If you'd like to go to town with that.
That picture right there actually makes her look. She's 30, I think I heard. Right, some of the shots she doesn't look 30. That shot makes her look a little long on the tooth there at 30.
She's fun gal.
She went on to say there was one clip where, and it might have been in this full interview. I don't know how long this stupid interview was on CNN, but she talked about meeting Rudy Giuliani.
Oh,
here's the difference. You didn't really meet him. It's a grand jury. Those people are there to testify. You're swearing them in to testify in front of the grand jury, and the grand jury could indict a turnip. I mean, that's what grand juries do. But to have it thrown in their face like this from Emily
Coors,
yeah. Emily Beer, is agonizing.
Yeah,
and it really harms the prosecution.
You need to see this other
run.
clip of her when she was asked yesterday about
Donald Trump
meeting Trump or whatever.
Yeah, no, she talked about why she wanted to indict Trump. And that's what I mean. She was all excited to meet Rudy Giuliani. She said she is never thought about politics at one point in this interview, but she probably leans toward Democrat. I think that's what I read. But then she talked about why she wanted to indict Donald Trump.
Personally want to hear from the former president. I wanted to hear from the former president, but honestly, I kind of wanted to subpoena the former president because I got to swear everybody in. And so I thought it'd be really cool to get 60 seconds with President Trump of me looking at him and being like, do you solemnly swear? And me getting to swear him in. I kind of just thought that would be an awesome moment.
Cool. I just thought it'd be so cool. Do you solemnly swear? To be Donald Trump.
The judicial system in this country.
Oh, I mean,
a jury of our peers. I mean, is no better than fill in the blank.
Well, yeah. I mean, no question. We've lost some of the. There's like no respect for the process. And that's what's really telling and really agonizing about the whole thing. Now, we need to shut her down. I mean, the judge needs to say, "What are you doing, Emily Coors?" They just need to tell her, zip it. And there's no respect. Really, we've heard from jurors before. I don't know that we've ever heard from jurors with a case that's ongoing. Mm-hmm. Although they'll say, right, this grand jury testimony has wrapped up now, so it's not necessarily ongoing. But it still hasn't been released, and there hasn't been any indictments, I don't think, right, from Georgia.
We're waiting.
Yeah. So, she tries to dance around those pages that the judge said are sealed. Well, that'd be a good assumption. That'd be a good assumption. It's not really. I'm not telling you a real number. That'd be a good assumption, though. Oh, just absolutely agonizing. And we talked about Trump being in Ohio yesterday, and he lashed out at Representative Eric Swalwell, who is still in office, by the way, from California. Swalwell has sponsored a bill now that would ban Trump and several of his associates from the U.S. Capitol building.
Shut up. Private citizen can go to the Capitol building.
Who? Not if you were a part of January 6th.
Oh, January 6th.
The day democracy almost died. Mm-hmm. That bill, introduced by Representative Nikema Williams from Georgia, with Swalwell as the sole co-sponsor, would bar Trump from the halls of Congress because his effort to undermine and overturn the 2020 presidential election damaged the functions of our democracy. Mm-hmm. Did it?
Wait a minute. Hold on. So the dude that slept with a Chinese spy dares to co-sponsor a bill that would keep a former president of the United States out of the U.S. Capitol building.
Well, and that's what Trump is saying.
He still serves in the Congress.
Trump is just saying, mocked him for losing his spot on the Intelligence Committee, accused him for falling desperately in love with the Chinese spy Feng Feng. This idiot is now calling for publicity purposes only, for some great American patriots, including me, to be banned from the Capitol. Now, Axios originally reported that in December of 2020, the Chinese intelligence operative helped raise funds for Swalwell's 2014 re-election campaign and placed at least one intern in his office. So not only was he taking care of little Fang Fang business, there was an intern hanging around too. I wouldn't be surprised if Eric was taking care of a little Chinese intern business there either. But she was at least hanging out getting information, right? Now, he's, of course, denied all wrongdoing. Well, duh. So, of course, his office, this is going. I don't know why his office defended the bill. Well, yeah, that's his office. It's his deal. Why wouldn't they? What do you think about it? Well, we're his office, and we disagree. Oh, okay, great. So it's a really strange thing. Now, Swalwell's bill would also ban. Now, Trump isn't alone on this list.
Okay,
all right. Swalwell's bill would also ban former Trump advisor Steve Bannon, former White House Chief of Staff Mark Meadows, former White House Deputy Chief of Staff Dan Scavino, former Trump assistant Peter Navarro, former Assistant Attorney General Jeffrey Clark, and Trump attorneys John Eastman, Kenneth Chesebro, and Rudy Giuliani. So, I mean, we know he's, currently under investigation in Georgia. We heard from the woman there about that. But that special counsel and Fulton County District Attorney in Georgia was appointed by Merrick Garland. So there's absolutely, Merrick is...
Oh, he's pure as the wind-driven snow.
Right.
Get to the bottom of any shenanigans, that's for sure.
Does any... I don't know that anyone actually believes that.
No.
I mean, I guess someone does.
We're living in a...
But I certainly
simulation, and it looks like we actually have control over things, but
we don't.
Surprise.
We don't.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were all about. We played the video yesterday. I guess we played it in overtime. The full video of the
Benny
East
Johnson,
Palestine.
giving
out money to the people in East Palestine. So we met a lot of people in the. I'm sorry.
Palestine, East Palestine.
That's what I said. East Palestine. That's what I said. The same thing.
I swear he does this on purpose. He loves it. He loves it because he knows me and Pat are going to correct him. Continue.
So anyway.
He loves this. He lives for the on-air correction. In fact, if I could do this over again, and next time I will, y'all. The next time Jeffy mispronounces something, that's just it. See, Pat will be here, so he won't be in on it. I just want to let Jeffy just keep going. Just let him keep going. Keep going with your mispronunciations.
Okay. Anyway, so we saw a lot of residents in East Palestine.
Now it's not as fun. I want you to screw it up again.
And is this guy the mayor, or is he? You keep calling him Charlie Daniels.
Oh, Charlie.
Now Charlie Daniels is dead. So
is that
hurts
right?
me.
Oh,
okay?
so this isn't Charlie Daniels?
I met Charlie Daniels when he was here in this building.
Yeah.
And it was sad. I mean, it was good. And I will say this too, remembering Charlie Daniels. He smelled great. I don't know what cologne Charlie Daniels used, or what kind of shampoo he used, or what kind of detergent he uses on his clothes, but that man smelled awesome.
Well, apparently he's still with us and was trying to live in relative obscurity in East Palestine,
I bet he doesn't
Ohio.
smell as good as in East Palestine, I'll tell you that.
Well, here he is talking about, he's making some, just common sense here for America.
Overseas to protect somebody else's border. What about, us? What about us?
Why are we in Ukraine?
What about us?
What about
I'm
you?
not asking for a fortune. I'm just asking for some justice. Whether you vote for him or not, whether you're from the left, right, center, whether you're libertarian, he's the president of the United States, and I believe the man dropped the ball on this small town. And if they're willing to drop the ball in this small town, how many other places are they willing to drop the ball? Republican and Democrat will come and go. What will not come and go is we the people. I am for the Ukrainian freedom 100%, but where's the rest of the world? Why can't Biden, our president, take some of our tax monies and help us? That's all I'm asking. We pay taxes. I put my life on the line for freedoms I may not have. I live in a junk hole in a place I was fixing up trying to get out of here. I haven't even got my garage finished. But why would I want to finish a place that's worth nothing? This place is probably worth 5 cents in the sense that I would have to pay somebody 5 cents to take it. You don't know anything about our wells. I don't. I am scared in my own home. Yeah. I have been betrayed by my own government.
Mm-hmm. It's terrible. What's this look on your face? I don't understand it at all.
Okay, so
what's happening here?
I'm having a tough time with being betrayed by your own government over the train crash.
Okay.
All right.
I think what he's saying that was cut off at the beginning
having a real
there
tough time with that.
was that compared to Biden going over to Ukraine and sending hundreds of billions of dollars to them, hey, could you maybe, I don't know, say something to us? Just say something.
I'm with you on
this.
that. I'm with you on addressing it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know that that's what he's talking about.
He wants money. Yeah.
Correct.
He wants money.
Correct.
Yeah. Well, see,
and that's coming. I mean,
okay.
the railroad is cleaning it up and they're taking care of it. And
you got the $5. What else do you need?
They gave the city $25,000. The other people broke it down to $5
divided by 5,000 people in the town.
Now.
But
what would there have been enough?
This is a good point.
What would have been happening? What would have been a good mark? Were they 20 million?
No.
Here's 20 million.
This is a great point, actually. And I'm with you. Because Calvin Coolidge, if he were president, he would not be giving money to the residents of East Palestine. But he also wouldn't be sending a cent to Ukraine either.
Well, yeah.
So I think that what he's saying is somebody better step up because
they have to. And look, the people forget also.
Norfolk Southern. How much do you think they're going to give?
Well, I don't know in the end. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But the thing is that those cars aren't owned by Norfolk Southern. They're owned by the companies.
Mm-hmm.
Just a side note.
The plot thickens.
Just a side note.
Oh,
right.
no.
Nobody remembers that.
These poor residents, this thing's going to be tied up in court forever. And these people's lives are so impacted. And by the way,
I know.
Someone messaged me from that region that has inside knowledge that the heavy rainfall here in the last couple of days, there's a dam that's been breached, so to speak. So don't think of it as the dam, gave way. It just overflows. Right. And now these chemicals are apparently headed downstream.
Well, I mean, we have chemicals in all our water around
here
America.
We go.
So
yeah, because
the more diluted those chemicals become, the better it is for us. Okay?
Why should you don't want them in the rivers to begin with?
I agree, but they're already there. We can't do anything about it.
Okay. What a nightmare for these people.
I don't disagree with that. It's a huge nightmare. And I feel terrible about the whole thing.
Life's too short. How much of their life is going to be completely disrupted by this event?
Well,
I mean, and the health issues, and it's just going to linger. I feel so bad for them.
And what's enough? What is going to make it right? No, and I'm not joking.
And that's what courts have to decide.
What is going to make it right for these people? Is it going to be enough?
What will make you whole?
Is if Joe Biden flies in with an envelope of $20 million, is that enough? Is that good enough? If every radio host in America shows up with $1,000 for everybody, you take 1,000, you take 1,000. Is that enough? I'm asking. I don't know. I mean, Benny Johnson did a great thing. I'm not downplaying what he did, but I'm just saying, what is enough?
Yeah, and I forgot earlier this week I ran some quick Keith math on. I went through the MLS and just looked at the average price of homes that were for sale there in East Palestine. And somehow I came up with this rudimentary, and keep an eye on this number as it progresses through the courts and everything.
What's an average home in East Palestine?
Here we go. Now we're back to the.
What's an average home in East Palestine? So, I'm asking 20.
So I thought
50,000.
I thought if you bought the homes at a fair price,
okay,
right, and you paid to move the town, wherever they want to move in the country, to get out of that area, that hazardous, toxic area.
Okay, well,
and I just based
relocation.
I didn't even base it on Pennsylvania. I just did the population of East Palestine, and I came up with a number of $1 billion. Now, if Norfolk Southern pays that, they're worth $38 billion, and start writing those checks.
Money, though.
Yeah,
a lot of money.
Boy, if you have stock, I wonder what the stock price of Norfolk Southern has been lately. I bet it's good. I bet it's doing great,
fine.
Right?
Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Price.
Plus, when you hear, that it's going to be interesting how Pete gets reacted to there today. as Buttigieg makes his walkthrough of East Palestine.
Their stock price was $254 when the crash happened. It is now $221.
Oh,
so
not terrible, but still.
Yeah, it's gone down
big
about
time.
14% in the last.
Yeah. Get those,
so you better write those checks now.
Get those trains back up and moving.
While your company is still
around.
Your company's still worth it. Start writing checks. That's a problem. They're going to get to court. They're going to figure out a way to get around this and say, "Oh, sorry, we're bankrupt." So,
Erin Brockovich is there though. She's going to sue him and she's going to win all the money. Going to get it all. It's going to be a good thing. So all the people of East Palestine.
Wait a minute, Erin Brockovich. That name sounds familiar. Was there a movie or something about her?
Don't even get me started on that anymore. Okay,
I should probably go and watch that.
Embarrassing that you, as an American, has not seen that movie.
This is Pat Gray Unleashed.